Question number 8 to 11, they belong to the second passage of this paper. The second passage is an extremely easy to read passage. It talks about cyber violence against women and girls, cyber crime, and this is an area about which most of the students would have some basic knowledge. So it should not be very difficult for a student to read this passage. There are a lot of facts given in this passage, and while reading, you need not remember or memorize these facts. Just make sure you get the gist of the passage. Here, the first question says, which of the following statements is Mambo Nukka most likely to agree with? It's an African name. I'm not very sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Now, let's look at the option. Now, she talks about a few issues, especially in this paragraph. Okay, she's the United Nations Under Secretary General and Executive Director of UN Women. She said that technology today actively promoted gender inequality by excluding women who cannot access ICTs in the first place, and if they do, then by promoting women's violence online. She expressed concern about sex trafficking and child pornography being increasingly promoted online, referring to the incident of the stalking and abuse of women, UN Women Ambassador and actor Emma Watson online. She said that the mental stress that women subjected to such abuse online undergo is no less in degree than what physical violence at home subjects women to. Now, from this paragraph, we can eliminate option A. Okay, option A is not incorrect, but if you look at the word any online abuse, she talks about such abuse. She refers to one particular incident. Okay, and the kind of abuse that Emma Watson had to go through. So she's likely to agree with it, but if we have a better option, then option A would not be correct because the question is most likely to agree with. B, ICT is like a double-edged sword in case of gender inequality. This is what she's most likely to agree with because she talks about how ICT empowers women and at the same time also makes them vulnerable to attacks online or abuse online. So double-edged sword encompasses the entirety of the paragraph where her opinion is mentioned. C says the benefits derived from using internet may be compromised. Now our Mambo Nuka doesn't talk about this. Okay, it's mentioned in some other context in the passage, but it's not mentioned in with relation to her. Gender inequality is an issue concerning women as they are the ones who are subjected to abuse. Now here we again don't know whether it's an issue concerning only women, and second, she is not referring to this issue. She has assumed that that's a fact. Okay, hence this option can also be eliminated and answer to 8 is B, Bombay.